Hi friends, it's Aubrey. In today's video, I'm going to show you all of the grocery hauls for the month of March. I have a family of 4 and our budget is $400 a month for groceries. So if you want to see if we stuck to that budget and learn some budgeting and grocery shopping strategies so that way you can stay under budget, keep watching. It's March 6th. I did a pickup order at Safeway. Let me show you what I got. So I just picked up the weekly deals. We got some more milk. This was $2.49. Some Lay's chips, $1.99. The ice creams were $2.99 each. So were the Silk almond milks. We're trying those out for smoothies and for oatmeal. And we're liking it a lot so far. So we will be probably adding almond milk into our normal grocery budget in like rotation. And then I got 2 blocks of this cheddar cheese. I'm filming this the next day. It's super hard to film with little kids because they need us all the time and they're always very loud. So anyways, we got 2 blocks of this, but we already shredded one. And then we got 1 thing of butter. This was on sale for $2.99 as well. The strawberries and blueberries were also on sale for $2.99, so we picked some of those up. And then I had a free coupon for some carrots. We got those. The total for everything was $41 and some change, and I was able to do a pickup order because my total was over $35. So that was super nice time saver for me, and we'll go ahead and add that to this month's total. It's March 7th, and we got an every plate box. We typically don't get them super often, but I had some credit on my account that I needed to use, so we decided we would pick one of these up. So let me unbox this a little bit and then show you guys what all we got. Okay, so here's everything that was inside my box. I like to put all the meat in one bowl just in case anything leaks. And then I keep all of the stuff that goes in the fridge in this box, and anything that doesn't need to go in the fridge, like the pasta or the bread, I'll just leave it on the counter. And I'll also pull out like the spices and just kind of organize it that way. So that way it is a little bit easier because every plate doesn't package all of the meals individually. So you kind of have to dig through your ingredients. So it's like the one downside to them compared to some of the other meal plans. But here are the dinners we got. We got enough for 7 dinners. So we got 2 servings of this Waldorf chicken apple salad. We love these. We make these a lot without every plate, but I'm excited to have that this week. We got a spiced chickpea bowl, some pork schnitzel. We've gotten this creamy tomato and pork sausage before, and it is so good. So we got that one again. And then these ones are 2 new ones to us. We got a sesame ginger steak lo mein, and then this one that we're gonna make tonight, the sweet chili pork tacos. And all of this with the credits that I had, it only cost $10.99, which was the cost of shipping. And if you're interested in trying every plate, I have a discount code where you can get a free box. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I do have a code that can get you a pretty awesome discount if you are interested in trying them out. We really do love every plate, and we'll probably do it a little bit more often this year, just to make things a little bit easier. And I love that all the meals come together within like 30 minutes for most of the time. Sometimes it's a little bit shorter, like the ones we're making tonight are gonna take about 20 minutes. So super excited about that. And like I said, this costs $10.99, so we'll go ahead and add that to this month's total. It is March 8th. I went to Target to pick up a prescription because we are sick yet again. Not me, my husband and son are sick. So I decided while I was there waiting for the prescriptions, I would just check out the meat department because I tend to find good things there and had really good luck a few days ago. And so I decided to check it out again. And I was looking, they had so many things on clearance. It was insane. And most of these meats, they had a stack. So they're like on the top, it was $3.56 a pound. And then underneath, when I was grabbing the $3.56, I found all of these ones that were $2.51 a pound. So super excited about that. So I got 6 pounds of ground beef. I'm going to cook some of this up, put it in the freezer that way. And then I'll also have some in the freezer that are just raw. And I think we are good for ground beef for a while now, which is super exciting. And then they also had ground pork for $2 a pound. And there's a couple of recipes that we really like with ground pork. So I was really excited to be able to pick this up for so cheap. And the total for all of this meat, which is 8 pounds, was $18 and some change. I'll go ahead and have that here on the screen. And we'll go ahead and add that to this month's total. So if you haven't already, I highly recommend checking out Target's meat section just to see if they have anything on clearance. Mine tends to have a lot on clearance pretty often. So definitely go check and see if you can snag any of these awesome meat deals. It is March 10th. We went to Costco to get some things. So let me show you what we picked up. So we got some hamburger buns for all of those hamburger patties that we got on clearance from Target last month. So we got some of those. And we've been really liking having nachos with some cilantro lime dressing. So we decided to pick this up. It's a little bit cheaper than the kind we normally get. So we got some of those. I think both of them were $7.99 each. We were out of apples, so we got another pack of those. The Boom Chicka Pop was on sale again this month, so we got 3. They were $3.99 each. And the bags look super weird, so hopefully they're fine. If not, we'll just go ahead and return them. But they all looked like that, so. And then we got 2 bags of the tortilla chips. Those were $4.99 each. And I got another pack of this tortelloni. It is so good. If you are a Costco member, I definitely recommend it. And then we also got some Dino Buddies. So the total for everything at Costco was $66 and some change. I'll have that here on the screen and we'll go ahead and add that to this month's total. It is March 11th. I went to Winco with my dad and my kiddos and we picked up just a couple of things, some fresh things and some things that were on our to get list for whenever we went to Winco next. So let me show you what we picked up. So we were totally out of taco seasoning. I know I can make this at home, but it's like 50 cents. So I'd rather just buy it. It's pretty good. The country gravy mix was also about 50 cents. So I just like having some of these on hand in case we want to make biscuits and gravy, or if we want to have gravy on our mashed potatoes or other things. So I got some of those. The bell peppers were only 78 cents. So I got 4 of those for my husband. So I was super excited about that. The Chobani flips were like 70 something cents, which normally they're over $1. So that was very exciting. I really like those. So I grabbed a couple of those. We got some more peanuts. My daughter requested some of the everything bagels, and then I wanted some more cheese bagels. So we got those. The asparagus was $1.99 a pound, and I really like this super, super skinny asparagus. So I got some of that. The pepperoni was one of the things on our list that we were out of, and then we were also out of our meatballs, so I got 3 bags. They lowered the price again, so they were only $2.48, which is super awesome. So I got 3 of those, and then just to have a little bit of caffeine on hand, the Monsters were on sale for $1.78, so I picked up 6 of those. The total for everything at Winco was $43 and some change. I'll go ahead and have that here on the screen, and we'll add that to this month's total. And here's a little asparagus tip. If you don't already, keep asparagus in just like an inch or so of water in the fridge and it'll keep fresh for like twice as long. So over a week, a lot of the time when I do it this way, and I'll change out the water every couple of days. But that is a great way to keep your asparagus fresh a lot longer. It is March 21st. We went to Costco to get some snacky things, but also some other things that we were running out of. Let me show you what we picked up. Boom Chicka Pop is still $3.99, so I got 3 more bags, so we have plenty for when they are not even in stock or not on sale, because a lot of the time after the sale's gone, they just don't restock it at our Costco for whatever reason, so we always stock up a lot during the sale period when it's $3.99 a bag. So we got 3 of those. We were totally out of apples, so we got some more of those. We were also out of strawberries. These were $5.99, but they actually looked really good today. I was like, whatever. It will make the toddler very happy. So we got some of those. We got this huge thing of hummus. This was $4.99, I believe. So we picked that up to have with tortilla chips or some red bell peppers that we still have, and just to snack on with carrots and other stuff. We also got some more of the cilantro lime crema that we tried last time we were there, and it was really good. And we've been making nacho bowls pretty much every day for lunch. And sometimes for dinner, we'll like add a whole bunch of different things like my homemade black beans, olives, lettuce, all that good stuff. And then this on top, it's delicious. So we picked some more of that up. That's $7.99 for a 2-pack. And it has to be in the refrigerator. So something to note about this, but it's super good. We also have been going through our hot dogs that we had in the freezer. So we needed some more buns. So we picked this up. I think this was like $4. And then let me show you the other counter with a couple other things. So we got another bag of tortilla strips. Just like I said, we've been making nachos or burrito bowls
taco salads, all that kind of stuff quite often. So we got another bag of these, and then we were out of peanut butter, so we picked up another 2-pack.
The total for everything at Costco was $58.30, and we'll go ahead and add that to this month's total. It is March 24th. We went to Winco to pick up some fresh stuff and a couple of snacks for this week. So let me show you what we got.
So we got some more bagels. My daughter is obsessed with these ones. She saw them and put them right in the cart. And then we also got some cheese bagels. We are trying out almond milk for a little bit to see if it helps for some like tummy issues that we have going on in the family. So we got 2 different kinds to see which ones we like better. The Winco one is a lot cheaper, but we like the almond breeze, so we figured we'd get one of each and then kind of compare them. They had these interesting energy drinks that were on sale. We've never heard of this brand, but what the heck, we'll try them out and see how they are. They were like $1.60 each. We got a couple of other dairy things. We got some sour cream, feta cheese, and some more medium cheddar because we are almost out of our block of cheese that we bought. We got a whole bunch of fresh stuff. These tomatoes were 98 cents, which was super exciting, so we got one of those. The avocados, I think, were like $3.48. They're not quite ready, but it'll be nice to have them when they are ready to go. We got some baby carrots, bell peppers, a cucumber, some onions, sweet potatoes, a lemon, and some bananas. We're going to be making our quinoa bowls this week, so we needed a lot of veggies to go in that, or on it, because we put the tomatoes and the cucumber on top, and we used the lemon and sour cream to make a really yummy sauce. And if you haven't seen any of my videos where we make that, I'll link one here. They're really good, really versatile. It's a great way to use up a whole bunch of leftover veggies. So highly recommend that, and I'll have that linked here for you guys. And then over in like the pantry area and a couple of snacks, I got some coconut milk. We didn't have any more on hand, and these were actually a really good price. They were under $2 a can, which is not very common out here. Normally it's like $3 a can, so I decided to get 2 of them just to have on hand for future curries that we want to make. And then I saw these strawberry preserves. They look really good, and I have a ton of those English muffins, so I figured that would be a really good breakfast for when I'm out of the bagels that we bought. And then we got some more garbanzo beans and some olives. And then for snacks, we got pretzels, shelled peanuts, and then peanuts in the shell. And then we also got some goldfish. The total for everything that you see here from Winco was $57 and some change. And we'll go ahead and add that to this month's total.
It is March 28th, I think. No, it's the 27th, March 27th. And I went to QFC and to Safeway to just pick up a few of the weekly deals. So let me show you what we got.
Okay, so at QFC this week, the 2-pound block of cheese were on sale for $6.99 a block. We got 4. I already shredded one with lunch/dinner for the kids. So one is already been shredded and put in the fridge. And then the asparagus was 99 cents a pound, so I got about 1.5 pounds of that. And then we had a need for some more bananas because everybody's on the banana train again. So eating bananas like 3 a day. So we got some more of those. The total at QFC was $30 and some change. So we'll go ahead and add that to this one's total. And then let me show you what we got at Safeway. So at Safeway, the milk was $1.49 for a half gallon. So we got 4 of those. They don't go bad until April 8th, so we should be able to go through all of those before then. The ice cream was on sale for $3.49. We haven't gotten ice cream in a little bit, so we decided to pick 2 of those up. And then we also got a bag of frozen French fries, which we used for dinner tonight. We still have some left, but the bag's already open and it's not as pretty looking, so I just left it in the freezer. So we got that as well. The total for everything at Safeway was $14.91, and we'll add that to this month's total.
And I've had a lot of people ask, why do you go to the store so much? You're always at the store. It seems like it's one of the only things that you ever do. And the reason why that is because, one, I like getting out of the house with the kids. So sometimes, since a lot of the stores are pretty close to my house, we'll just do like 1 store a day, or we'll do a couple of small trips every few days just so we get everything. But really the main reason I do it is so that I can pick up all the weekly deals. So in my area, the weekly deals, they refresh every Wednesday, but we do our main grocery shopping like Friday or Saturday to get all the other things that aren't on sale at Winco or Costco. We'll do a stock up there. And that's why some weeks I go to the store 3 times, because we gotta go get the weekly deals, and some days we can't do it all in one trip. But like I said, it doesn't really feel like a big waste of gas or anything because both stores, QFC and Safeway, are within like a mile and a half of my house. So it's really not that big of a deal. And then we lump the like other grocery store trips like Costco or Winco with going to the library because the library's over by those. So that's how we make it work and why we go to the store so often. And it's really just so we can stock up on things when they're a good price and when they're on sale. That's why I bought 4 things of cheese today, so that way we don't have to buy cheese full price in the future. So anyways, hopefully that answers your questions about why I go to the store so often. And if you have other questions for me, definitely leave them down below. I'd be happy to chat with you more there. The total for the month is right here, and we stayed under that $400 budget. I really hope this video was helpful and that you learned some potential tips or strategies so that way you can save some money on your groceries. And if you haven't already, I would love if you hit that subscribe button. That way you don't miss any new videos. I post 2 videos a month here on my channel, maybe more in the future. And I hope you all have the best rest of your day. Bye.